Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most controversial and high-profile criminal cases in American history. A case that not only captured the attention of the nation, but the entire world. The infamous O.J. Simpson murder trial. This case is so much more than just a criminal trial. It's a media frenzy, a story about race, fame, power, and the complexities of the American legal system. What happened to O.J. Simpson? Was he guilty? Or was he the victim of a massive conspiracy? The trial, which lasted for over a year, captivated millions of people around the globe, and despite the verdict, many questions still remain. So today, let's go back to the very beginning and explore what led to one of the most gripping and controversial court cases in modern history. Let's rewind the clock to June 12, 1994, a date that would go down in history, a night that changed everything for O.J. Simpson, his ex-wife Nicole Brown, and a young man named Ron Goldman. Part 1. A night that changed everything. It was a Sunday evening in Los Angeles, and the summer heat still lingered in the air. The time was 10:15 p.m. when a series of unsettling sounds pierced the stillness of a quiet, upscale neighborhood on Rockingham Avenue in Brentwood. The sound came from a dog, a frantic, almost desperate barking echoing through the streets. But this wasn't just any regular dog bark. This one was different. It was a bark full of panic, almost as if the dog knew something terrible was happening. Pablo Fennett, a screenwriter and playwright, was sitting in his living room working on a script. When he heard the noise, initially he thought it would stop soon, that it was just some disturbance in the neighborhood that would eventually die down. But it didn't. The barking continued, growing louder and more desperate. Frustrated by the disturbance, Pablo decided to take a walk outside to see what was going on. He made his way toward the source of the barking, which seemed to come from a house just a few doors down. When he reached the house, the atmosphere was heavy, the air felt thick, as if something bad had happened. And then he saw it. It was a sight he would never forget. On the ground in front of the house lay the bodies, sprawled out and lifeless. Blood stained the concrete beneath them, and a pool of crimson surrounded their bodies. It was an absolutely horrifying scene. The bodies of two people, both young and full of life, now reduced to mere casualties of an act of brutal violence. One of them, a woman, was Nicole Brown Simpson, the ex-wife of the former NFL superstar O.J. Simpson. The other, a young man, was Ron Goldman, a 25-year-old restaurant waiter and a friend of Nicole. The sight was enough to leave Pablo shaken. He immediately dialed 911, reporting what he had just witnessed. There's a dead woman and a dead man, and it's all covered in blood. They're lying in front of the house. There's blood everywhere. As soon as the police arrived on the scene, the chaos began. The officers quickly confirmed that the victims were